huge developments this morning concerning Enzo Maresca's future. Our chief correspondent, Kaveh Solokol, joins us on set. Good morning to you, Kaveh. So what's the latest when it comes to Maresca?
Well, look, it feels like we are reaching the point of no return for Enzo Maresca and Chelsea. At the moment, there is no guarantee that he will be in charge for Chelsea's away game at Manchester City on Sunday. If you remember, after Chelsea's draw on Tuesday night against Bournemouth at home, he did not appear for the post-match news conference. That just gives you another sign that everything is not the way it should be behind the scenes at Chelsea. And relations are strained between Maresca and some key figures at Stamford Bridge. My information is that Maresca, for his part, feels like a red line has been crossed. So I feel we're getting close to that point where there could be a parting of the ways between Maresca and Chelsea by mutual agreement. There's something else going on. I think now this is more to do with results. And my feeling is that Enzo Maresca feels that a red line has been crossed, which has made it very, very difficult for him to carry on as the Chelsea head coach.
And for Chelsea fans watching, how do you think they'll react to this news? Because there were chants, weren't there, the other night when they drew 2-2 with Bournemouth of you don't know what you're doing. What will the response be to this news this morning that he could be on his way out?
I think there'll be a mixed reaction. I think it's fair to say that some Chelsea fans have never taken Enzo Maresca to their heart. They don't like his style of football. But there are other Chelsea fans who appreciate the work he's done and the success that he's brought to the club. He was brought in to improve on what Mauricio Pochettino had achieved at the club, which was basically to stabilise the club, but to kick the club on further forward. And he did that. He got Chelsea into the Champions League. He won a European trophy. OK, it was only the Conference League. He won the Club World Cup as well. I think he just feels he deserves a little bit more respect for what he has achieved. I think he feels that he needs a little bit more support. He's got the youngest team in the Premier League. He's got the youngest squad in the Premier League. Chelsea don't go out and buy world-class players anymore. They buy young players and they give them to Enzo Maresca to develop. He feels he's been doing a very, very difficult job well, and you can judge him by the trophies that he's won. But I just feel that he thinks, you know what, maybe the time has come for me to leave.
Breaking news, Todd Boehly confirms Cesc Fabregas as the only coach capable of replacing Enzo Maresca at Chelsea. In a revelation that has sent shockwaves across the football world, Chelsea co-owner Todd Boehly has reportedly identified Cesc Fabregas as the only manager capable of replacing Enzo Maresca, should the club decide to make a change in the dugout. The announcement comes amid growing pressure on Maresca, following a series of inconsistent performances that have left Chelsea struggling to meet expectations both domestically and in Europe. Chelsea's project under Enzo Maresca was initially built on patience, youth development, and a long-term vision. However, football at the highest level rarely affords managers unlimited time, and Stamford Bridge is no exception. With fans growing restless and results failing to stabilise, Boehly's comments have fuelled speculation that a managerial transition could be closer than many expected. Why Enzo Maresca's position is under threat. Enzo Maresca arrived at Chelsea with a reputation as a modern, tactically astute coach, heavily influenced by Pep Guardiola's positional play philosophy. His appointment symbolised Chelsea's desire to move away from short-term thinking and embrace a structured football identity. While there have been moments of promise, the overall project has struggled with inconsistency, defensive fragility, and a lack of cutting edge in key matches. Chelsea's ownership has invested heavily in young talent, but translating potential into immediate success has proven difficult. Injuries, lack of cohesion, and tactical rigidity have all been cited as reasons for the club's underwhelming performances. According to sources close to the club, Todd Boehly still respects Maresca's ideas, but believes Chelsea may require a leader with a deeper emotional connection to the club if results do not improve. Cesc Fabregas, a Chelsea icon, turned coaching prospect. Cesc Fabregas is not just another name in Chelsea's history, he is a club legend. During his time at Stamford Bridge, Fabregas was a central figure in one of the most successful eras in the club's modern history. He played a crucial role in winning 2 Premier League titles, the FA Cup and the League Cup, serving as the creative heartbeat of the team. Beyond trophies, Fabregas embodied intelligence, leadership, and tactical awareness, qualities that many believe naturally translate into coaching. Since retiring from professional football, he has quietly but impressively begun his managerial journey, showing a clear understanding of modern football dynamics, player management, and tactical flexibility. Todd Boehly's admiration for Fabregas reportedly stems from his deep understanding of Chelsea's culture, his experience at elite clubs such as Arsenal, Barcelona, and Chelsea, and his exposure to some of the greatest managers of the modern era. Todd Boehly's vision and statement. According to insiders, Boehly has privately stated that if Chelsea are to change direction, it must be with someone who understands the DNA of this club, and Cesc Fabregas represents that perfectly. This statement has been interpreted as a clear signal that Fabregas is being groomed as a potential future manager, even if a transition does not happen immediately. Boehly's ownership philosophy has always centred around building a strong identity, both on and off the pitch. Unlike previous regimes that frequently change managers, the current ownership wants continuity, but not at the expense of progress. In Fabregas, Boehly sees a coach who can balance youth development with competitive ambition. Tactical fit and coaching philosophy. Fabregas is believed to favour a possession-based style, but with greater tactical adaptability than MARESCA. While MARESCA has often been criticised for sticking rigidly to one system, Fabregas has shown a willingness to adjust formations based on opponents and available personnel. His philosophy emphasises intelligent ball circulation, vertical progression rather than sterile possession, midfield control and creativity, trust in young players combined with experienced leadership. These principles align closely with Chelsea's current squad profile, which is rich in youthful talent but in need of clear guidance and tactical clarity. Dressing room impact and fan connection. One of the major concerns at Chelsea has been the disconnect between the squad, the manager, and the fans. Fabregas' arrival would instantly bridge that gap. His status as a former player commands respect in the dressing room, while fans would welcome him as one of their own. Players are more likely to buy into a project led by someone who has won trophies at the club, understands the pressures of the Premier League, and knows what it means to wear the Chelsea badge. Timing and what happens next. Despite the growing rumours, Chelsea have not yet made an official decision regarding Enzo Maresca's future. Todd Boehly is known for calculated decision-making, and any move would be made only after careful evaluation. However, the fact that Fabregas has already been identified as the only viable replacement suggests that contingency plans are firmly in place. If results continue to decline, Chelsea could act swiftly to avoid further damage to their season. Whether that change happens immediately or in the near future, one thing is clear. Cesc Fabregas is no longer just a former Chelsea star. He is a serious managerial candidate for one of the biggest jobs in English football. Conclusion. Chelsea Football Club stands at a crossroads once again. The MARESCA project promised stability and long-term growth, but football's unforgiving nature demands results. Todd Boehly's endorsement of Cesc Fabregas highlights a belief that the club's future may lie in reconnecting with its past. Should Fabregas eventually take charge, it would mark the beginning of a new era, one built on identity, intelligence, and ambition. For Chelsea fans, the possibility alone is enough to ignite hope that brighter days could soon return to Stamford Bridge. Chelsea's long-term project and the symbolism of Fabregas. What makes the potential appointment of Cesc Fabregas even more compelling is the symbolism it carries for Chelsea's long-term project. Since the departure of Roman Abramovich, the club has been searching for a new identity, one that blends ambition with sustainability. Todd Boehly's model focuses heavily on youth, analytics, and long-term planning, but critics argue that something intangible has been missing: soul and tradition. Fabregas represents a bridge between Chelsea's glorious past and its uncertain future. He understands what it takes to win under pressure at Stamford Bridge, having delivered decisive performances in title races and high-stakes matches. His famous assists, vision and leadership are still fresh in the memory of Chelsea supporters, and that emotional connection could play a vital role in rebuilding unity around the club. Learning from football's greatest minds. Another major factor influencing Bowley's confidence in Fabregas is his football education. During his playing career, Fabregas worked under legendary managers such as Arsène Wenger, Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, and Antonio Conte. Each of these coaches represents a different footballing ideology, giving Fabregas a rare and diverse tactical foundation. Insiders suggest that Fabregas has taken elements from each mentor. From Wenger, he learned freedom, creativity, and trust in youth.